Hey everyone, it's Eli from Take a Bow, covering the opening night here at Skater Palace, also known as the Booth Theater, covering Kimberly Akimbo, Broadway's newest, hottest musical of the season. So I'm so excited to be here talking to all the celebrities, the cast, and the creatives. Thanks for tuning in. Here at the Kimberly Akimbo opening night, making your Broadway debut.
I am so excited and happy and grateful to the people who gave me this opportunity.
Yeah, so I hear that you are the first woman of color to be orchestrating a musical here on Broadway. What does that mean to you?
It really means everything to me. You know, my life dream has been to orchestrate on Broadway, and to be the first woman of color orchestrator is something I'm very, very honored to get to be, but also I really hope that 3 years from now there's like so many dozens of people that's not even a statistic anymore, you know?
Absolutely. What could you say, like what advice could you give to others out there that want to do what you're doing right now?
Oh man, I always say to be bold, to, like ask for what you want and reach out to people and, be really, really bold about your dreams and they might come true.
Yeah. So let me ask you, because this is this obviously is centered around a high school time and all of that. When you say this was happening today and you were in high school, what would you be wearing right now to the opening night?
Probably like an XL fratty t-shirt and leggings. It would cover my butt. This dates exactly when I went to high school.
I'm obsessed. Well, enjoy. Congratulations. I can't wait to see it. Congrats on an incredible run and break a leg.
So much. Thanks.
We're here at the opening night of Kimberly Akimbo. How excited are we?
I'm so excited. I can't wait to see. I love this show so much. I've seen it twice already. And I love the cast so much. Vicki Clark and obviously my dear, wonderful friend Bonnie Miligan, who is just the time is now for Bonnie Miligan, and I'm very excited about it. Yeah.
Her voice kills me every time.
It's absolutely outrageous. And what she's done with this role that you think is on paper not a good person, not likable, and then she makes it so endearing and wonderful and somehow the anti-hero of the story that you're just obsessed with.
You end up somehow rooting for her.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
I love it.
Yeah.
You are actually going to be stepping into Little Shop of Horrors. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Well, this show has some ice skating in the show on the stage. What would your thoughts be if you started ice skating in Little Shop of Horrors?
I would fall every foot. I wouldn't be able to get an inch across. I watch those kids every night, and I'm like, if there's one thing that the world would watch me fail at, is ice skating on a stage. Are you kidding me?
I don't know how they do it, truly. It's amazing. Musical
People
theater.
know that I am the biggest non-dancer that somehow made his way into musical theater, and I can't ever hide it. Every time I even try, people are like, no, baby, don't. No, don't. No, don't. And so I watch these kids ice skate. I'm like, oh no, that's I'm done with that.
But let's be real. Musical theater kids can do it all, y'all.
Truly, apparently.
We have to.
Not me, but they can.
I guess so. So one last question for you, and then
Yeah.
I'll let you enjoy the show, and I'm actually going to film this here, too.
Okay, perfect.
I'll ask the question first. If this show is obviously centered around high school and high school relationships and everything like that, so if there was a time in high school where someone was giving you a hard time for being a little bit different or anything, what could you wish that you could say to someone going through that, or even to your younger self?
I think most importantly, what I've learned from those experiences is that, as cliche as it sounds, I always came out on the other end stronger. And now as an adult, I have this ability to look back on it and this opportunity to look back on it and listen to what was being said to me and listen to who was saying it to me and understand their humanity now, as long and as difficult as it was for me to get there. And I think it's just an important thing to remember that it's not you, it's them. And you have to trust that, and you have to trust that what you offer the world is just as beautiful and valid and as important as anything else and everyone else, and it's their bullshit, to be completely honest. It's their baggage, it's their bullshit, and it's just so unfortunate that it's being spewed at you, but you will come out on the other end so much stronger.
Not Matt Doyle making us cry on the red carpet on a happy night. Oh my God. Thank you so much for stopping by. Enjoy opening night.
Thank you so much, you guys.
It was good to see you. It's been a long process, eh?
It has been. Well, I think Janine and David Janine and David started working on it 7 or 8 years ago, and I came on board about 4 years ago. So tonight just feels like a really great celebration of a really fun collaboration.
Absolutely, and you guys, you obviously you had an out of town, not an out of town, but an off-Broadway run over at Atlantic Theater Company. It created so much buzz, and it got such great reviews. So, like, how much were you guys anticipating the Broadway transfer, and now to be here? Like, what does that mean to go through it all?
Well, you never want to assume, so we didn't know, but we did learn fairly soon after into the run of our time at the Atlantic that we would be transferring. So that was really exciting, and it's always nice to have another chance to make things better, you know.
The shitty little life better.
That's right.
Yeah, so this obviously is centered around high school, you know, and takes place of like high school relationships and all the things. If you were in high school and you were attending the opening night of this lovely musical, what would you be wearing?
Well, you could find out because I'm about to go get my 13 and 15-year-old sons, and they are attending, and so they're in something sort of similar to yours, a suit with a t-shirt and some funky shoes.
Oh yeah, nothing like crazy, out of the blue, right?
Yeah.
All right.
My high school days, I'd be like corset and bustle, 1800s, you know.
That's it. That's the answer. And now one last thing. I mean, as I said, it's centered around high school and everything like that. So for anyone who's in high school right now and they're going through a hard time, whether it is being a little bit different compared to everyone else, or so they're being bullied as saying such, what advice would you give them, or what could you tell them to kind of keep their hopes up?
Be yourself and find your tribe. Yeah. Find your group that thinks similarly. Find the people that you make laugh and that make you laugh, and you'll be all right.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations. Break a leg on the rest of the run. I'm so excited for the show. Yeah.
Thank you. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Thank you. How's it going? I'm Eli. It's nice to meet you. We're here at the opening night of Kimberly Akimbo.
So excited. Dude, I love this show so much. I saw it off Broadway, and it's just so fun and so heartwarming, and it's like so topical without being too heavy, but we're in heavy times, and it's so joyful, man. It's a joyful experience.
There are some, like, if we really boil it down, there are some heavy topics in the show. Yeah. But the way that they're able to maneuver it and kind of go through it and touch on the topics and also, like, do it in an effective way is so beautiful, and it's one of the reasons that make this show so special.
Yeah, it is special. And sometimes there are joyful moments in dark times, and, you know, sometimes there are moments of levity and during moments of heaviness, and so all of those things live together often, and so it's nice to see it on stage as one collision.
Absolutely. So I have to ask you, because this show is centered around like high school relationships and high school, you know, a high school time. I have two questions for this, actually. If you could tell yourself, you know, Kimberly is currently going through high school, she's a little bit different, and if there was something that was happening in high school and you were being, you know, either bullied or brought down because you were a little bit different, what could you say to like your younger self or someone who's currently going through that? Oh my God.
New York is currently New Yorking at the moment. Right. 1 second. So I was definitely teased for being a black gay boy in Texas. But I went to a school, it was an arts high school, and I found my people when I finally got there. So I would tell people, first of all, get around people that are gonna fight with you. Whether that's teachers or students or your mom or somebody coming up to that school with you, but also know that eventually you can and will find your tribe and your people who will have your back. I am as weird, as gay, and as black as I was then, and I just have a tribe of people now around me, and a tribe of people were there as well, and we all kind of built a community around being weird, and it's beautiful. So find the other weirdos around you is what I would say. Instead of trying not to be or trying to not get picked on, no, find your army of weirdos and protect each other.
I love that. That's such a great answer. Thank you so much. Yeah, oh my God.
First-hand experience, believe me.
First-hand experience. Okay, and the last question about being a high schooler. If you were a high schooler attending the opening night of Kimberly Akimbo, what would you be wearing right now?
These schoolgirl socks.
Yes. I love it. Oh my God. Close up, please. Close up. Oh my God. Those are everything. Wait. Wait. Can we do this again? We got to do it again for social.
What would I be wearing? I'd be wearing my schoolgirl socks.
Yes. Oh my God. Everything. This is so good. This whole fit. Yes. Thank you. Enjoy the show.
Thank you.
The opening
Yes,
night of
of
Kimberly
course.
Akimbo.
Yes.
How excited are you?
I'm so thrilled. I love the show so much. We've been working on it for a really long time, so I'm just so excited to put it out into the world and for people to see it.
Yeah, talk to me about the process because you were over at Atlantic Theater Company and you guys got some of the biggest buzz in a long time.
Well, we started working on this, or I came onto the project in 2019, and we were originally supposed to do it off-Broadway summer of 2020, and then the pandemic happened. So I've been working on it with Janine and David and Jess, we've been working on it for a long time. And because of that, I think we all got to really explore it, and it's really rich because of that extra time, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. So this show is obviously centered around high school and being having high school relationships and all the things. What could you say to yourself going through high school if you were going through a time where someone was telling you that you were a little bit different, or
Oh my God! Well, you're putting your finger just on why I think this is the show for everyone, actually, because I was in high school in the 90s, and I was growing up gay in Indiana and rural Indiana at the time, and I often felt that the line. With a change of perspective, nothing's defective. You know what I mean? That's such a beautiful line, and it means so much to me. And I think we all at a certain time feel that we are not normal, or that we are not good enough because we are not normal. And that idea of normalcy is really a lie anyway, right? Because we are all just what we are.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I have to ask you because this show is so cool for so many reasons, but if you didn't know, there's ice skating on stage.
That's right.
What was that process like, and how was that introduced, and how do you guys make that magic?
That was one of the most intense processes of my life thus far, and I love it. I learned to ice skate. We do it on this plastic, right? It's a plastic called Polyglide, which is just the floor, and it's something that skaters put in their homes so they can practice on it. And we found it, we researched it. I took tons of lessons at the Chelsea Sky Rink with Stephanie Hernandez, who's coming tonight as one of my guests. And it's just been really amazing, and teaching the cast as well. I also love figure skating, so just getting to learn a little bit about it has been really, really fun. Yeah.
Well, it's so brilliant, literally. As soon as they come out, you hear the audience gasp, literally.
I think people don't know how we're doing it. Yeah. Some people come to the show and think that there are little wheels on the blades, right? And I hear a lot of people saying that. And so we had this little controversy on Instagram called Little Wheelgate. Right? So where people saying it was Little Wheels, and we were like, no, it is not Little Wheels, okay? So, anyway.
That's crazy. Well, because, it comes out halfway through the show, so,
and you don't know how they're doing it, because they've been, walking on it the whole time, so how would they now be skating on it?
Right.
And that's theater magic.
It's literally Broadway magic.
Yeah,
We love Broadway.
exactly.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations. It's here, opening night.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
I appreciate
enjoy.
that.
Yes,
Thank you.
of course. We're here. We did
I'm so
it.
excited. We're finally here. It's a great moment. I'm so excited to hear what people think of our play, of our little story, our little brand new musical, and I'm so excited to share the joy in this piece with everyone.
It's literally one of the most brilliant shows on Broadway ever, but especially right now. Of course, this is centered around a high school and high school relationships and all of that thing. So, if you were a kid in high school who was maybe made fun of for being a little bit different, or for someone out there who's currently in that position, what advice would you give them to just get them through that time?
Everyone is put on this earth to do something different and special. So, comparing yourself to someone else is your downfall. Lean into your own brilliance and know that that is where your success will be.
Absolutely. That was a brilliant answer, seriously. And now one last question. If you were in high school, right, if this opening night took place while you were in high school, what would you be wearing right now?
Probably leg warmers. And maybe some shiny jogging, because I was a dancer in high school, and an off-the-shoulder crop top, and probably my hair just the way it is.
I love it. It's so great. Well, congratulations. Have so much fun. We're here. You did it. Yeah.
Mom would freak out. Can I hug you?
Yeah. Oh my God. Can you? Of course.
Oh, so good.
Oh my God. Here on the red carpet of Kimberly Akimbo. Not a big deal.
Yes, I'm excited about it.
Have you seen it?
I have. I saw
Yeah.
it off Broadway.
Incredible, right?
Amazing.
Yeah. It's
One
ridiculous.
Of the best things I've seen in years.
Yeah,
Truly.
literally. So it takes place around a high school and high school relationships and all the things like that. If you were someone who's currently going through high school, or even in your younger self, if you were made fun of for being a little bit different, what advice would you give to yourself or others out there to get through that time?
I would say embrace all the things that make you uniquely you, because one day those are the things that are going to make you the star and the money and like get all the love that you deserve.
Yep.
So embrace it now, because later it's going to pay off and you'll be laughing all the way to the bank.
Absolutely. Now, you obviously saw the show, so I'm not giving anything away, but there is ice skating in the show on the stage. What are your thoughts on that? Like, could you go up there and go do that?
Of course, I love ice skating, so I would love to ice skate in the show. Yes.
Okay, well, now we have to make it happen. So we're going to cast Jonathan Burke as a replacement in the show.
Okay.
I love it. I love it. Oh, my God. It's one of the coolest parts. And, like, it just reminds you of, like, the Broadway magic, you know, and how special Broadway can be when it just comes out. So it's so cool. One last question for you. If this opening night was happening right when you were in high school, what would you be wearing?
Oh, God. I'd probably be wearing something like a blazer and like something cute like this. I don't know.
No, you look so cute. Seriously, this is so cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're killing it.
Thank you.
So good to see you.
You
Thanks for stopping
too.
by.
You
Enjoy the
too.
show.
Thanks. Love
Yes,
you.
of course. I love you.
My name is Fernell Hogan, and I play Martin Doty.
And you just opened Kimberly Akimbo on Broadway. How are we feeling?
It's pretty wild. It's been a great night. I'm feeling excited. I've been saying I'm like living on a high right now.
Yeah. This show has everything, and especially here on opening night, we even had an understudy on the show. Talk to me about that and what like the rehearsal process has been like to prepare for that.
We have such great understudies that it was like never a worry when we needed to put one on. TMI, I had one on yesterday, and because I did not feel good, and I had complete trust that all of the understudies and everyone on stage is able to work together and make our cute little show. So it's been great. They are so prepared and so good.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, obviously this takes place around high school and all the things like that. So for you, I know it was fairly recent, high school for you and everything, but I want to think back and, you know, if you were going through a time where someone was saying that you were different, and if someone else out there is going through that right now, what advice would you give them to keep going?
I would say just be your authentic self, and you will find the people who accept you and want to be around you, and those who don't were never meant to be in your life.
Right.
Yeah.
It's their loss.
That's their loss.
Right.
Yeah.
So can you tell me do you have a favorite part in the show?
A favorite part of the show.
It could be a song, it could be the fact that you guys ice skate, it could be anything you want.
My favorite part to watch and listen to is Inevitable Turn.
Okay.
It's my favorite song, hands down. But also I really enjoyed doing Skater Planet.
Yeah. Did you know how to do it beforehand, or is that something you learned for the show?
Ice skating?
Yeah.
No, that's something I learned for the show. Yeah.
God. And what was that like? Because y'all are doing tricks and everything up there.
Yeah. So we got hired. And then after the fact, they were like, by the way, there's ice skating. And I was like, what do you mean? How? Where? So we had lessons, 2 weeks total with Off-Broadway and Broadway, and our teachers were all amazing. And now here we are, moonwalking on ice.
Incredible. And now you kind of are a bit of the lead in the chorus of the ensemble here. Do you have a favorite part of Dreamgirls, or like a favorite costume in the show that kind of inspires your character?
Favorite costume that inspires my character? I mean, the suspenders.
Yeah.
Love the suspenders.
Absolutely.
They're vintage.
They're iconic.
They are iconic, okay? They're Martin's iconic suspenders.
Period. Well, thank you so much for stopping by,
Thank
and
you,
happy
thank you.
opening. Break a leg on the rest of the run.
Thank you,
Hey,
you.
what's going on, Justin? How are you? Well, kind of. I'm Scott.
I know you. Yes, what's up? Good to see you.
Congrats on your opening of Kimberly Akimbo.
Oh, thank you.
How are we feeling right now?
So excited and incredibly proud. I mean, we've worked really hard for all of this, and it seemed like the audience really received what we were putting down and loved it and felt touched and laughed, and that's all we can ask for. So I'm very happy about it.
There's many things that make this show special, so it may be hard to limit it down to one, but what do you think is the most special thing about this show and about the message that this show portrays?
I think what's so special about this show is seeing people that are weird and imperfect in all their ways trying to make the most of their lives. I think a lot of times people see that in themselves, and that resonates with them, and a lot of the times we're trying to, mask that and present differently, and I think me going up there and speaking Elvish and Kim, having her dorky laugh and her candy necklaces is what makes the show really special.
Yeah,
to life.
truly. Well, can you talk to me about the process of the show? I mean, you were with it from Atlantic, and were you with it beforehand? Like, what was your process with this show?
Yes. I jumped on about a little over a year ago at the Atlantic in August of last year, and it was definitely a big jump for me as an artist, as I was just coming from high school and was planning to go train in college, and then I came here. And so this process has been really on top of that, making a new musical. I mean, it's kind of like we're all treading in water, but it's been incredible from day one because of my castmates and our incredible team. Everyone has nurtured me and met me where I was with certain things and supported me and really just brought me up, and we've all brought up each other. So this process has been very dynamic and very, very educational and overall heartwarming.
That's amazing. Like, throughout this process, I mean, there's so much I'm sure that you're learning and soaking up. What do you think is like the biggest thing that you learned that you were like, oh my God, I never even realized that this is part of the process?
I mean, there's definitely a lot of things like press interviews and stuff that I like coming. It was crazy just to be a part of that part of theater. It's incredible and it's all important. I think artistically I was able to learn just how to really bring myself and bring what's unique about me into something. I think it can feel very competitive, especially when you're younger. But getting here, having people just meet me and try to get out of me what I didn't even see in myself and what was special and unique to me was really incredible.
That is so awesome. I have one last question for you before you leave. This show is all about, I mean, it's about, there's high school relationships and all the things, and it's just really about, finding your community. And I think that that's something really special, especially in this day and age, for high schoolers and kids in general with social media and everything. There's a lot mentally going on and all of the things. So how important do you feel like this message is right now, and the importance of this show being on Broadway right now?
I think it's so important, and I hope it reaches a lot of people. I think there's something for people of so many ages, like our cast. I'm 19, Vicky's in her 60s. And we reach all of those people, and specifically for people my age, from my character, I wish I saw a character like Seth when I was in high school. I think that part has always been something for me in my process to really focus on and make sure that I'm communicating that it's special and incredible to be a weirdo, and you'll find your community eventually, and those will be the greatest adventures that you go on.
That's amazing. Not Justin making us cry here on a happy night. Thank you so much for talking to us. I really
Of course.
appreciate it. Congrats and break a leg on the rest of your run.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
Have a good one.
You as well. Thank
I'm
you.
Sky Alyssa Friedman, and I'm the cover for Delia and Teresa.
Yes, leading Team Swing. Come on. We're here at the opening night of Kimberly Akimbo, obviously, and there was actually a swing on tonight. Yes. How about that? Like, what's going on?
It's just we're in these crazy times, and it's a thing right now on Broadway. I know a few other shows have had understudies on before opening night, so it's kind of just the times we're in. We had 3 understudies on this week, and they all killed it, and it's so mind-blowing and amazing.
And what's that process been like, with rehearsals, kind of like putting things together last minute with the understudies and having that chemistry built up?
Yeah, we're lucky because we've had a few rehearsals, which usually doesn't happen until after opening for Broadway shows. We hadn't had our put-ins yet, so it's still very much just like, we're gonna do this. But we have an amazing team. We have amazing associates who have really prepared us. So we're all very lucky, and just this has been an amazing process. So it's great.
What's it like to be on Broadway with like people your own age?
It's so fun. We're all like hanging out. You would think that we'd be like done with each other and wouldn't want to see each other, but like we're always doing something on Sunday nights. Like it's just we are like inseparable, and everybody's so kind and wonderful, and it's been a joy.
Yeah, besties, families, all the things. It's so great. Well, that's kind of even better because Kimberly Akimbo's message is obviously a lot about community.
Right.
And what do you think with today's day and age with social media and just like the mental health and everything like that, and just building that community? how important is it for this show to be on Broadway right now?
I think it's so important because it not only is it community and love the people you love while we're here, it's also about life. And like, we only have a short amount of time and we only get to do this once. So it's like, tell the people you love them. Like, go out and do that thing that you've always wanted to do. Like, try new food. You know what I mean? Like, use the time that you have while you're here. And I think it's such an important and like vital message right now. Always, but right now specifically.
Absolutely. Well, fun fact for those listening, Sky and I actually practiced ice skating when they were first learning.
Did.
Over at Bryant Park.
Also helped me with my Kimberly Akimbo self-tape.
Oh my God, I did.
You did?
So right.
Yes.
I totally forgot about that. You know what? I was singing uh-oh for
Incessantly.
days. And before the show even came out. So like, I was one of the OG Kimberly Akimbo fans.
Yeah, you were. You were.
No, I fully was. So Sky's amazing, and Sky's crushing it on Broadway in her second Broadway show. Yeah, you're killing it. So thanks for stopping by, and happy opening. Break the leg on the
Thank
rest
you
of
so
your
much.
run.
My name is Nina White, and I play Teresa.
Yay, and we're here at the opening night of Kimberly Akimbo. How are we feeling?
I am feeling crazy in a good way. Yeah, it's so exciting. I don't know. It's like, it's a very overwhelming thing.
Feeling all the things.
Yes. But it's been a wonderful night, and it's so special and exciting, yeah.
Well, this show is so special for a lot of reasons, and one of the reasons is like the emphasis it has on community and finding your people, especially in high school, because like, oof, times can be hard.
Yes.
But if you could like go back in time and tell high school Nina or someone else going through high school right now and give them advice to get through that time where someone may have thought they were a little bit different, what would you say?
I would say that when you close your eyes and think about the things that are good about you or that you like about yourself, the things that come to mind, hold on to them and believe them, that they are good and that they make you unique, and then honestly also like life goes on and you will exit high school. You will exit high school, and if you embrace and try to lead with the things that you love and that you love about yourself, you hopefully will find other people who love those things about you or share those things with you. Yeah.
You're so sweet. That's such a great answer. Oh my God. Can you tell me, do you have a favorite part in the show? Oh my God, twins. We just asked the same question. It could be like a song or a choreography number or something backstage.
Okay. Well, I get to sit on stage left and watch Vicky do Make-A-Wish every evening. I do my little change, and then I go and I sit and I watch. And it is so stunning every single time. I am never tired of it. It's always different. It's always beautiful, and I love doing that. And I also love singing. In Act 2, we have like a little Skater Planet reprise when we're playing Uno. And that is also so special to sing, because it feels like, I don't know, like I feel like when you're young, when you're in high school, also now, but when you're in high school especially, when you have a rare moment with your friends where you're like, oh my gosh, like I love these people around me. This is so fun. This is cool. I don't know, that's like the moment that's happening on stage, and it feels like very intimate and like, I don't know, I like that too.
I love it. That's a great answer. You got there for sure. Yeah, of course. You mentioned you were playing Uno on stage, and you do all kind of fun things on stage. You get to play Uno, you get to ice skate, you get to do all the things. Do you have a favorite card game or a favorite hobby outside the show?
Oh, yes. Well, a favorite card game, I love Phase 10. Yes, love Phase 10. Love it. I have a lot of hobbies. I love to knit. I really like to cook and bake. I have not been doing a lot of that in previous or since living in New York on the whole, but I love to cook and I love to knit, and I would say that those are my top two hobbies.
Yeah, well, we'll have to talk to David and Janine and be like, hey, we need to write in a little knitting moment. So.
Yes, I know Patty has one. I don't know why they haven't asked me to I don't know. It's kind of messed up, but yeah. Yeah.
Whatever. We'll petition. We'll petition.
Thank you. Thank you. Teresa would knit. Like, she's wearing those sweaters. She's rocking the cardigans. Yes, yes.
Instead of ice skating, you're just going to be knitting on the bench.
Exactly.
Oh my God. Well, you're such a queen, and I appreciate you taking the time. Yeah, of course. Break a leg on the rest of your run. Congrats.
Thank you so much. I'm Allie Mozzie, and I played Patty.
Amazing. And we're here at the opening night of Kimberly Akimbo. Very exciting. Long time coming. So what does it feel like to finally officially open on Broadway?
It feels really special. I feel really happy, and I feel really relieved, and I just feel it's like cheesy, but I'm just #grateful to be doing a Janine Tesori, David Lindsay Abaire musical. I feel really lucky.
Can you tell me what your first reaction was to reading this script?
I read the play first, which made me cackle out loud, and that humor transfers over. And then I just feel like when Janine came in with the music, it added a depth and a heart to it. So you have this wild sense of humor with this depth and this heart. And I didn't know if I was gonna laugh and cry. And in both ends of the spectrum, I felt so deeply. And I just hoped audiences felt what I felt when I first read it.
Well, I think they certainly do, because audiences are seemingly loving seeing the show, whether it was at the Atlantic or here at the Brew Theater on Broadway. So very exciting. Congratulations. You are hilarious in the show. I just need to tell you that.
Thank you.
So it's not easy, comedy and all of the things. So how do you keep it fresh every night, and how do you just stay on your feet and, kind of have fun with the scene partners?
I mean, I just really hone into my scene partners. I couldn't ask for more amazing scene partners. I feel like if I'm just getting tuned in my head or listening too much to the laughs, I just take in Vicki Clark and Stephen Boyer, and it recenters me, and that keeps everything grounded, which is important.
That's incredible. Now, if this opening night was happening when you were in high school, where a lot of these folks are from, these youngins, what would you be wearing?
What would I be?
If you were in high school and this was opening night,
Yes.
and you were a high schooler at your time in opening night, what would you be wearing?
What would I be wearing? Oh my God, Nina over here, who wears the floral stuff and the different color tights, that was me in high school.
Oh my God.
Yes, the thick, chunky shoes, the little clips in the hair. I was I so relate to Nina's character.
Stop, I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
You may have been the inspiration.
Maybe. I don't think I was the only one wearing those things.
Fair enough. Well, congratulations on an incredible opening night, and break a leg on the rest of your run.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Bonnie. How are you?
How are you?
I'm doing so well. We're here with Bonnie Miligan at opening night.
Yes, opening night, so exciting.
Oh my God. What was tonight like? It was a long time coming.
It's been a long time coming, and it was such an unbelievable crowd, so it was nothing but joy and really fun, super fun.
How long have you been with this show?
I auditioned for it at the beginning of 2020, and I joined when we started with the Atlantic last year. Yeah.
Oh my God. And it's just been one hell of a ride.
It's been amazing. It's been so great. Yeah.
And your character, you're absolutely hilarious in the show.
Thank you.
I have to say, what is it like to comedy's not easy, It's
No.
the timing and
No,
everything,
yeah.
and you always keep it fresh and all
Thank
the things.
you.
How do you do that on a nightly basis?
I think I connect with my co-stars. I always make sure I'm telling the story. We're not just going for laughs for fun. David Lindsay Abaire has written a really funny book, so there's not a lot required there of me. I just have to deliver it truthfully and honestly be telling the story. And when you hear how the audience is responding, you just you go on a ride, and it's really fun.
Well, a lot of this show is taking place in high school. It's all that stuff. If you could go back in time to high school, or even speak to someone who's currently in high school, and they may be going through a time where someone's calling them different, or what would you tell them to get them through that time?
I think that what makes you different is what makes you special. And so if you hold on to that, one day you'll find, some people say you find your tribe, you find your people who will appreciate what that is. Or if you're into a certain vocation that's maybe not in the town you're from, that's okay. I came from a double wide trailer in the Midwest with no money. And I moved to New York City, and here we are on Broadway. So anything is possible. Just believe in yourself. Surround yourself with people who love you. Stay grounded, humble, and nice. That's my advice.
We're not just here on Broadway. She is a Broadway star. Give me a break. You're too humble. Well, thank you so much for chatting with me. Congrats and break a leg on the rest of your run.
Thank you so much.